So, Dr. Niru, there has been a lot of conversations around burnout these days, and I know this topic is getting viral in the DEI industry as well as the organizational industry about how burnout is affecting people around the world. So, do you think there is a connection between DEI and burnout, and how can DEI, working on DEI, actually reduce burnout and solve this issue from the core rather than just reducing work hours, which is probably just a solution that may not work?
Actually, this is a question and a theme which I've been thinking about a lot. And hearing so many people that I'm coaching, what I'm experiencing is that ever since COVID started, we started talking about burnout. The actual burnout is happening now. From that time till now, people have been, one, doing a lot of drive on hiring diverse people. A lot of migration has happened. A lot of social mobility has happened. And as soon as COVID finished, there was a surge of ambition. And that ambition started making people really burn the midnight oil and work as much as they could. I'm talking about both groups, the people of the dominant group and the people from the diverse population. Yes, we could say that the people of the diverse groups are working even harder because it's the first time they've seen hope. They've seen hope of being included and of being successful and of their voice being heard. Now they don't want to leave any stone unturned from their own side. So they want to be part of networking, they want to be part of projects, they want to be promoted, they want opportunities, and they're doing everything they can in that. If it means working 17 to 18 hours a day, I've heard my coaching people tell me that they're working 17 to 18 hours a day. And at the same time, let's say if you take the population of women, they're mothers, many of them are mothers, and then they have that guilt of not giving enough time to the family or to the children. And it all adds up together till a state where complete overwhelm happens. And at that stage, when that overwhelm happens, they're confused. They don't know what to do. They're exhausted. That's burnout.
So do you think that just by reducing number of work hours, this situation can be solved? Or is it there could be a scenario where people are working as hard as they have ever been working, but because there is an environment of psychological safety, there is an environment of care around you, and probably you're enjoying the work that you're doing and you're not getting burnt out despite the number of hours that you're putting in. So does DEI have that important role to play in reducing work burnout?
Yeah. You're so right that it's not only the work hours. Actually, what we say is that it is the number of factors that you're processing and thinking about. So on one hand, you're processing and thinking about the main work. On another hand, you're thinking about people's reactions, your colleagues, your stakeholders. And then it comes, is there enough psychological safety for me to voice places where I'm uncomfortable? Can I give pushbacks? And then you're constantly weighing that. Should I not? All that I have built up to now, is it at stake if I question, if I push back? And it's all that processing, it's all that worry that causes more of the burnout than the number of hours itself.
Correct. So what is the message that you would want to give to organizational stakeholders who are considering burnout as a separate well-being psychological issue and DEI as a separate stream of thought? Should they integrate their efforts and make workplace a better place to be in for people?
Actually, we have been hiring diverse work people. We have been talking about inclusion. Organizations have been doing immense work on diversity, equity, and inclusion. Yet they're not seeing the results that they want to see. And I think you just hit the nail on the head by saying we can't de-link it with wellness and DEI. It has to be integrated together. When a system completely changes than what has been for years, maybe even centuries, that's the time that there are a lot of factors which we miss, which leads to the ultimate success of that change. And well-being is definitely a big portion of the success of the change that we are wanting to bring in the field of diversity, equity,